there are so many of our reporters out and about in South Africa then sharing just exactly what is going on as we enter the 6th Democratic General Election for South Africa. It is one, of course, hotly contested. Do you know who you're voting for? Have you voted? Do, of course, continue to get in touch with us as well on social media. Hashtag SA Decides. I'm available as well on social media at Arabile G and, of course, at SABC News Online. So continue to stay with us then there as well. We will cross over now to one of our reporters as well, Iviwe Poti, who is in Amahlathi as well. Just detailing what is the situation out there in Amahlathi there, Iviwe. Won't you just share that with us now?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Arabile. Right now in Amahlathi, very nippy outside, slight showers as well. But you remember that, a majority of the Eastern Cape is made of rural areas, and even the municipality that we're in now, the Amahlathi municipality, is majority made by your rural areas. Earlier on, we were in Kailands, rural area, no electricity, no water, in terms of water coming out of taps, people still using, the river, etc., to get water. So we weren't even able to actually get the DMNG up. We didn't even have cell phone signal on our phones. We only had in specific areas. There was one voting station there. We do know that that's one of the areas here in Amahlathi that had issues earlier on this morning. They only started voting at about 12 o'clock, which is not too far away from now. If you look at the time, so there was a huge delay from 7 o'clock up until 12 o'clock with community members blockading the road, saying that they don't want to allow the IEC to come in. But then you also had those community members who actually wanted to vote, saying that, today is about their democratic right. Today is a day where they can have their own say. And although they feel disappointed in terms of the lack of service delivery, in fact, no service delivery when you look at the area and the issues that they are crying about, but they've said, that this is the day where you come out and you still hope for change. So we were in that area where you have a community that's divided into two. In the area that we're in now, the Amahlathi area, we know that there were violent protests towards the end of last year, but last night community members had a meeting saying, you know what, let's go out and vote. Let's vote for leadership, and if we want to have a say, then we might as well go to the polls and put our X down. So that's what has been happening. As you can see where we are, very quiet. Earlier on this morning, we saw, I wouldn't say long queues, but we did see a number of people coming out to place their votes earlier on in the morning.
They're out in Amahlathi as well there. Thank you so much for that, of course. Yeah, the situation in some areas, delays. It is unfortunate. Many questions as well around whether we should find a way to technically